Welcome back to Valley Boys TCGCK here. We got a quick little fun one-of between the rounds. I decided to play and try out my Ravemon deck against a Bwgx. And so Bwgx goes first, drops the Agu to search, and completely whiffs. So really bad start for him, unfortunately. Puts us to 3, so we go into Falco, into the Pekmon here. And then we just drop the Keenan so that we can already have our memory setter on board. Here he goes into the Bwgx and is able to choose one of those Greymons. Choosing the one-of is probably the right call there. And he could just go straight into it here on board. So he goes X Antibody, goes into the Greymon there for 3. And then just passes turn. Interesting enough. I guess he's missing the level 5. So we go into the Chromon here. So we go to Chromon. We use Chromon's effect since we have a Keenan on field when attacking to go into a Ravemon, checking in with jamming. And now, yes, this is the one with jamming. So here we have the end of turn effects. So now we're going to try to proc these triggers in the right order. So I believe we start off using the Pinomon's effect to gain a memory. Then we'll use the Falco and Pekmon to have him trash 2 cards in hand. We see him trash the and then we try to destroy the Greymon there with the Chromon effect, but unfortunately he's got protection, so nothing happens there. To the Greymon, stays on board, just ditches the X Antibody. We tap the Keenan to draw and gain a memory, and here we choke him to 1, and he adds a top card of security to hand, so that's essentially 2 checks, and he'll be coming back on board next turn. And then he just drops the Hades Force to get rid of our Tamer, which is very, very interesting. And here, start a turn, we should be getting the Ravemon back out. Yeah, there it is. So we have to build up in the back, but we do have another Ravemon on board, so that's not too bad. We're gonna get another jamming check in. We don't have a Keenan on board to do a burst mode play, but we got a Wisdom Training, so we'll be able to pick up. Looks like we're picking up the boost. Okay, looks like we're going to play the Purple Man boost. Swing in with jamming. Good check. We've got a good aggressive start here. We've checked him for 3. We have a 6 on board, and then we just drop the Keenan that'll force him to either trash a card in hand. And yep, he does trash the option, which is alright for us. And he goes to the Greymon here in Raising, which is actually a misplay. It can't Evo there. And then Transcend Swords our Ravemon away. But that gives us a lot of memory to go ahead and move up and do some plays here. So we can pop the Wisdom Training to go ahead and go to Chromon and try to redo our combo again. So there we go. Wisdom to Chromon. This Chromon will have the same effect to Evo while attacking. And the misplay I noticed was that Greymon in Raising shouldn't be able to Digivolve over that Black Agumon. But it's fine. It's a friendly match. It doesn't really hurt us here because we swing in and we hit another Transcendent Sword. Ravemon is not doing well against those swords, but it's okay because we are getting deleted by effects. So most of the effects proc here, except for Ravemon's ability to play himself out. I do not believe that trigger's got an end of attack trigger. We attempt to pop the Greymon again. It just strips the X Antibody. So he's done a good job of keeping that X Antibody underneath to make sure that he has protection. And then we're just kind of in a hard place, so we drop the Chromon to give itself retaliation and then go into the Pekmon with blocker. So now we have a retaliation blocker, but he just goes straight into the Metal Greymon. Looks like he finally found his level 5 here, and that's going to clear our board, and we're going to have an issue here now because he's going to be able to go a little wide. He plays an Agumon to search, gets another Metal Greymon there, so now he's got some pieces to work with, and we're rebuilding. But he's got no security. We have our full security, so we drop the Searcher here, and we have a Gabumon in Raising, starter deck Gabumon, so that should help us start our next turn with 4 memory. And then we use the Searcher to get another Searcher so that we can keep searching. I think the burst mode might be the play. Nope, looks like we're getting the level 4. I guess we need the Pekmon here and give our opponent 3. Fortunately, we didn't have a way to choke, so he's going to have some things to work with. So he goes ahead, swings in. It dies to security, but he's able to draw a card off of the egg. And here we see him go to the Alterus which will pop one of my Falcos. He goes into Alterous X, pops the other one. It's pretty nutty, the stack here. And so he gets a Greymon out. Now he's got a blocker. And puts me to 1. And I do not have the memory setter, so I've got to be careful here because he's got a blocker, so I can't just go in. So what we do is we just drop the memory setter, and hopefully we can do some shenanigans next turn to kind of make it happen. And he just drops a Searcher Agumon here. Trying to see what he's missing. Looks like he's going to take, yep, he takes the level 6. I guess he's missing the level 6. Oh, he gets to get 2 off of that search, so that's a good call for him. He gets a Dragonkin and a Greymon. And he decides to go into another blocker Greymon. Now he's got 2 blockers on board. So this is a tricky part here because we're starting at 3. We move out, we can go up into 4. Pekmon will Evo for 2, putting us to 2. Draw for that. And our best play here is to just go into the level 5. It should be safe for the turn. Permitted he doesn't make it all the way up to X, but he has no tamer, so we're going to choke him to 1. So whatever he does here, he needs his blockers on board to be careful. And we know that he has the Black War Greymon, the BT8 Black War Greymon, so he could possibly pop one of our tamers here. But that's okay because going into it, he's still going to give us a decent amount of memory to do. Yeah, he'll give us the 3 memory. He pops our memory tamer, but he gives us 3. And here is where we have to get... So he's got 2 blockers on board, but no security. We have to get around those blockers. And here is where we get interesting. So I ask him, does he have another one of those blocker Greymons in trash? And he searches through, and he does. So this is where burst mode comes to play. So we go into regular Ravemon for 3. We return Keenan to hand, go to burst mode for 0. And now we can use burst mode's effect when attacking. We get a card from trash, put it to the bottom of the deck, and delete every Digimon with the same name. So there goes all those blocker Greymons, and boom, he's got no blocker, so we're swinging for game. So a fun little quick one of. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Hope to see you next time.